Tehran is standing firm as uncertainty continues to surround the future of the Doha talks. Iran has a clear message for President Trump: deliver on your commitments before seeking new negotiations. Tehran says any agreement with Washington must be based on mutual respect, not pressure. President Masoud Pezeshkian says lasting understanding can only come when both sides honor their commitments. Iran insists it will uphold the agreement, but only if the United States does the same. Pezeshkian has drawn a firm red line, saying reciprocity, not threats, must guide future relations with Washington. Amid stalled negotiations, Iran's president said any future agreement with the United States must be built on mutual respect. Pezeshkian said Tehran will honor its commitments if Washington fully complies with the terms of the agreement. In a post on X, Pezeshkian stressed that mutual understanding is a two-way street between both countries. Masoud Pezeshkian said, and I quote, "Mutual understanding is a two-way street. If the American side adheres to the agreement, we will also fulfill our commitments. Our approach to unreasonable saber-rattling and baseless threats is to rely on rationality and human dignity in decision-making and to defend decisively and fearlessly when it comes time to act," unquote. He added that Iran's response to threats will continue to be guided by rationality rather than confrontation. The remarks came as Iran and the United States continue working to implement the Pakistan-Qatar mediated Memorandum of Understanding. Tehran says its immediate priority is implementing the current agreement rather than rushing toward a final deal. Iranian officials insist they remain committed to diplomacy, but only if it is based on justice and mutual respect. Baghdadi said formal talks with the United States can begin only after the 14-point memorandum is fully implemented. He also dismissed reports that Iranian and U.S. officials would hold consultations in Doha. His comments came after President Trump suggested representatives from both sides could soon meet to discuss outstanding issues.
You know, oil prices are way down. We hit $69 today. It was higher than that prior to the denuclearization of Iran fight that we have, which we're doing very well. There'll be a meeting on that tomorrow in Doha. And to go into Qatar, I think they've already left, or they're just about getting ready to leave. So we'll see how that goes. But we're doing very well on that front. But the meeting in Doha is going to be perhaps important, perhaps not. We're going to find out. But we're winning militarily. It's almost won militarily, I would say. And it's really very simple. It's the denuclearization of Iran. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, and they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They've agreed to that, in all fairness.
We are firmly determined to reach an understanding with Oman on the arrangements for administering the Strait of Hormuz. Naturally, Oman is the other littoral state. I told the Omani authorities today that our priority is to agree on these arrangements with Oman as the other coastal state. If, for any reason, Oman is not interested in doing so, the Islamic Republic of Iran will proceed on its own. I found the Omani side to be receptive. As you saw today, Oman Foreign Minister also made a number of remarks referring to these issues. Oman also supports taking part in these arrangements as a littoral state with sovereign rights, so that the Strait of Hormuz is no longer managed as it was in the past, and that fees should be collected in return for the services provided. We will not allow any country to interfere in the mine clearance process in the Strait of Hormuz, not France, nor, at this temporary stage, anyone else. I even told our Omani friends that if you want to clear mines on your side, let us know and we will assist you, because this is a responsibility of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Islamic Republic of Iran will determine the transit routes under these temporary conditions, and we cannot accept any other route. It is also our responsibility to provide conditions for safe passage. That is why, if vessels use other routes, we will oppose it and seek to prevent it. If anything happens to those vessels, they will bear responsibility themselves. As for reports about one of the regional countries and meetings mentioned in the media, let me also say that we have no working group meeting scheduled. Therefore, we have no negotiations taking place in Doha. Doha has been mentioned in media reports, and we have also learned through the media that some U.S. officials are apparently traveling there. That has no connection with the presence of any Iranian expert delegations in Doha.
Tehran says it has demonstrated its commitment to the agreement and is now waiting for Washington to do the same. Iranian officials maintain that the success of the memorandum depends on whether the United States follows through on its promises.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.